Hi, it's July, and Delmarva Gardens is here. This beautiful, beautiful sunny day. And we're surrounded by a lot of cicadas you can hear, but we're also surrounded by beautiful bees. And today I'm going to introduce Dean Burroughs, the bee guy, and he's going to go ahead and show us how to find a drone, how to find a queen, and I'm going to share all these beautiful flowers with you. So join us coming up next, Delmarva Gardens, right here on Pack 14. Well, we're going to go ahead and start talking to the bees, but before we do that, we have to get a little bit of preparation for us. We're wearing all light colors, and you had mentioned that the darker colors remind the bees of bears.
Yeah, very much so.
So you don't want to do that because they only have one stinger, but it hurts us and it kills the bees, which is so self-defeating. That's not when we're trying to help them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some smoke going. And notice we've got our gloves on. This type of gloves makes the bees land on you and kind of go, well, that's not really a person, and then they fly off. I like that idea. That way you can safely work with the bees. And notice Dean here is not actually wearing any gloves. He's one of those really strong guys. And if he gets stung, we're going to take the smoker. I'm going to smoke him all over the place, so that will disorient the bees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have no distractions. I'm going to pull my hair back so that the bees don't decide to play in my hair. And then I have this really nifty little hat that I can go ahead and wear.
Yeah, with the veil, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's the veil. And definitely the fashion statement. You want to make sure that it's tight so that they don't fly in you. So, okay, I'm ready to play. Are you ready to play?
We're ready to go, I think, yes.
Okay, let's get the smoker.
We're going to light the smoker first. We light the smoker, Ginny, as you know, having worked with me before, it calms the bees down when we smoke the hive before we open the hive.
Yeah.
And another reason you almost alluded to is that if we get stung, then those bees will leave an alarm pheromone.
Yeah.
And more bees will sting you. So we have smoke here, and we smoke that spot, and it will mask that smell so we don't get multiple stings, hopefully. Usually works pretty well. Well, you can use any kind of fuel. I'm going to start some paper here and get a little base fire going.
Kind of like a barbecue.
Right. And I use a lot of burlap because it lasts a long time. I've used it in the field 6 to 8 hours a day. And it lasts. You can use anything, grass, hay, pine needles or whatever, egg cartons, but I like burlap because it lasts so long.
And it's almost always available in small, and then you're not using an awful lot either. You're just using just enough to catch it on fire and then smoke it. It's kind of like a little bellows that goes with it to kind of keep the oxygen going.
Right,
and you don't actually want a whole fire. You want it just to be smoky.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want a flame because the wings of the bees will burn very easily. They're so fragile. So we just want a nice, cool, white smoke. That's what we're getting now as this builds up here a little bit. And I like to say, you pack this down, and you can tell I'm old school, like the like your grandmother used to do with a corncob pipe. Not too tight, not too light. Well, my grandmother did smoke a corncob pipe, but today most grandmothers don't do that. But there we go. That's a nice, cool smoke, and you don't even feel it. And the bees won't feel it, but it will help calm them down so we can work them better.
Right, it makes it a lot easier. So what we're going to do first is we're actually going to go find a drone.
Yes.
And we're going to mark the drones. Drones are cool because they're the guys, and they don't actually have stingers. So you can actually work with them without any fear of getting stung. So it's a great, if you're training with somebody who's just getting into beekeeping, it's an easy thing to go ahead and work with. I'm actually going to be holding a bee and marking it. Oh my goodness.
Yes, we'll do that, yeah. All right, let's find the drone first and practice marking there. Then we'll go to the queen and mark the queen.
Sounds good. Okay, hello bees.
Hello, hey Ginny. Yeah, here we are in the bee yard.
Smoke these guys a little bit.
Right, we smoke them down to calm them a little bit. Sure. Nice job there.
Look at all the bees coming out.
Yeah.
They're little worker bees.
Yeah. That's
Is
okay.
that
That's
up?
good. And you can sit it up here. And I'm going to open the hive now, and let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. Now you can get those little smoke there.
Okay, look at all these pretty little bees.
Yeah, yeah.
Calm down. Woo.
Okay, that's good.
Enough?
That's good. I got a few extra bees there. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to go down this bottom box. Ooh, and this is trouble to get into. Let me go over here a minute.
Okay. Now, I remember last year when we were doing some of this, you mentioned that this time of year, when you first start with the bees,
Smoke there, yeah.
they, the hives weigh about 80 pounds.
Yes, yes.
And then after you get going, and they're working on different things, sometimes it can get down to 30 pounds.
Yeah, they lose a lot of weight when you pollinate. It's pretty heavy right now. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, that's good.
Now.
I think I'm smoking myself.
Okay, and that's good. All right, now hold on a second. I'll be right back. One more tool.
Okay. This is interesting. Bees are just fascinating. Oh, hello, bees. And they don't have a long life, which is why they're always producing more. And quite often when you see them after they get to a certain age, they'll fall from the hive and just sort of like walk on the ground a little bit, and that's because they're just too tired to do anything. As they boil up.
Now we're going to look for, we need to find brood. That's where the queen will be. She lays eggs, but we're looking for a drone first of all.
Okay.
And.
Oh, that's a pretty handy tool.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to go ahead and smoke these guys?
No, we're good now. We're good just for a minute, yeah.
Okay.
Now these are all worker bees. This is brood that's here. And there's honey around the top here. And that's a nice frame of bees, a nice healthy frame of bees.
That's good.
Okay, oh, I do see a drone.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Now, Jenny, here's a drone. If you'll hold that maybe in your finger a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we'll get another one. The drone is a male bee. They do not sting. They don't have a stinger. And
they're slippery little suckers.
And that's what we're, and there's another. That's a drone right there. Okay, what we're going to do. Okay. All right, hold that a little bit. Now.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm holding a bee. Hello,
now,
bee.
Jenny, right. Now, what I want you to do, this is how we practice marking the queen. We practice on the drone because, well, if we injure it, there's only one queen and there are several hundred drones, so we certainly don't want to damage the queen.
So when you first get started, it's okay to do this with a drone.
To do that, right, and release them.
Okay, and you can see here's his little head.
Right, now take this. Now we want to mark right on the torso, right on his back, right?
Right
on. No, up a little front towards the head. Yeah, there. Oh, there perfect. And there we go. Now we got a marked drone. Cool. There we go.
And we didn't injure the wings. The wings are very fragile.
And we can release this one right back into the hive.
Fly away, be free.
And then, there you go, if you want to film that.
There you go.
Well, maybe we did. Oh. Well, he's come to life, though. He went down there. Yeah.
He's kind of like in shock.
Yeah,
this is his first camera appearance.
He'll come back. Okay. Now, all right, you want to try another drone or should we go for the queen?
Oh, let's go one more drone.
Okay.
See if I can put the next one in shock.
Give me a little more smoke there, Jenny, please.
Okay,
a little more over the top
happy
here.
To do that.
Okay.
Yeah, these are getting a little feisty.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead
and... Okay, see what we got. Yeah, we want to be pretty thin. That's good. Now that's good. That's good.
Okay, good.
Okay, now for more drones.
Now this pinky stuff right here, is that going to be the honey or is that where the
No, that's cap brood. That's all cap brood there.
So that means that there's eggs under there.
There are eggs and larvae. Once it's capped, in 9 days it's capped, now there's a larvae. It starts with an egg. 9 days later it turns into a larvae. It's capped, now it's in the pupal stage. And in 12 days after it's capped, the bees emerge. And they're adult. There are no baby bees. People like say, well, where are the baby bees? They emerge as adults.
Right.
And they're ready to go and work and clean the hive and all that.
Well, that's the difference between the insect world and the mammal world.
Yes.
You know, they actually don't become adults until they're fully ready to come out into the world.
They take a lot of care and all. You're right. Yes, yes. Now, okay. All right, we got another drone here. Right here. Okay. Okay, now. All right, now, here we go.
If you hold him, I will go ahead
and let you mark again. All right, here's our drone. And right on the thorax area, right by the head. There. Oh, perfect. There you go.
There we go.
Now, good. Very good. All right. And then if it's an observation hive or someone just starting into beekeeping, they can clearly see and find the queen when she is marked.
Right.
So, and we'll release him back there, and there he goes, back into the hive.
Now, he looks larger than the rest of the bees, and that's because he is definitely a worker bee.
A drone, he's a drone.
And what is the purpose of the drones?
The purpose of the drones are to mate with a virgin queen. That's all they do. They don't gather nectar, pollen, or anything. That's like in the winter. In October, and through the winter, almost no drones at all, because they kick them out.
Right.
Because they're big and hungry, and all they do is eat, and they don't earn their pay. So in the bee society, they kick them out, and they'll come back again. They'll lay eggs in the queen and for drones in the spring again.
Can you imagine a job? All you have to do is hang around and wait for a young virgin to come around, and well, that's all right. This isn't. This is not an X-rated show.
And the only thing,
It's interesting how the bee world has gone ahead and said, you guys do this, you guys do this, this is your job, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the caste system, yeah. Yeah, the workers are all female, and they're undeveloped. The ovaries are undeveloped, like the queen is fully developed.
Sure.
Because she has a nutrition in her diet. She gets royal jelly for 9 days, where the worker bees only get it for 3. So their ovaries don't fully develop.
Right, so they have enough to go ahead and make them worker bees.
Right.
Isn't that typical of this little bee society? The women do all the work.
Oh, there you go, yeah. All right, okay. Now give us a little more smoke, please. A little more smoke
indeed.
here.
Happy to do so. This is my favorite part of the job.
Yeah.
Is making sure there's enough smoke to calm the bees. Because we're going to go after a queen now.
Yeah, now we're going to find the queen.
Takes a while to get this little puffy thing going.
Yeah, now it's good. That's good.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
See, I have a tendency to over smoke.
Well, yeah. Now, here's another frame. Now, here's something here. These bees hanging together, if you see that first,
sure.
They're doing what we call festooning. Festooning, they're making wax to build the cells and to cap the cells.
Yeah.
And they have to hang their feet together, and they then squeeze wax cells from their scales on their abdominal area and mold that with the front legs and the mouth, and they make these 6-sided cells.
And it's amazing because they're always 6 perfect sides.
Yeah, it's always perfect. You're right, perfectly. Now, this frame here is another beautiful frame. This is capped brood, a lot of pollen in there and all. But what I don't see is young larvae or eggs, and that's where we're going to find the queen. So we got to search a little bit more.
Okay.
And she may be in that top box, but we're going to look a little more in here first of all.
Okay, you want me to smoke again?
I'm going to take this. Yeah, give them just a little more smoke. It'll be good, right.
Calm down, bees. Do you guys ever sing to your bees?
There, I think
Do they
we're
respond to noise?
That's good. There we go.
All of a sudden, the sound went up higher.
Okay, let's go this way.
Okay. I notice that there are certain tools that you have that make it easier to work with.
Yeah, this grip is good. Now here's, festooning again down in there.
Isn't that
festooning,
neat?
see right there,
Look at these guys working hard.
Yeah. And this is a beautiful frame of brood here.
That is pretty. Look at that.
It's really solid frame,
solid.
solid.
It's an interesting color too. I always assumed it was going to be pure white.
Yeah. And then now we should be getting close to queen. Around the edges here are uncapped brood. That tells me it's not 9 days old, or it would be capped.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So those cells are about half full, so that's about a 4 or 5 day old larvae there. And it's developing. And the bees feed them bee bread. Here's another good, beautiful frame here, beautiful.
Cool. Look at this festoon.
Oh my goodness, beautiful hive.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
That must make you feel good when you open up the hive and you see all this good, healthy activity.
Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. And okay, just a little taste of smoke again. That's good. Okay, now let's see what we got. Now hold him out. Now we don't want to. Okay. Yeah, she's not here either. I think she may be. in that top box. But we'll find her. We'll find her.
Takes a special eye to notice where the bees are.
She's not there. Yeah. Stick it down there.
Whew.
Okay, now right over here, please. A little smoke right there. Right down on there. Yeah, right down on.
My, your wish is my command.
Okay, good. That's good. All right. Now we're gonna...
The noise level goes up sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I think part of working with bees is staying as calm as you can.
Very true. Another good frame.
Plenty of bees.
Yeah, a lot of bees. No queen. Okay.
No queen?
This is telling that's all brood. This is telling me I'm gonna look at one more, but that queen may be up in that top box. She's done her work here, and I believe she's moved up.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Her work has been done, and she's ready to roll.
And then she'll lay up there, then she'll come back down here.
Okay.
Later on. Well, we're going to look up here first. I can quickly tell. Oh, there's beautiful brood there.
That is gorgeous.
Beautiful brood there. You see the pearly white uncapped? When I see capped brood and pearly white uncapped, that tells me it's a very healthy hive. That's what I want to see. I don't have to look for queen or anything else. When I see that, you got this beautiful yellow pollen. They feed on, that's for the protein and fat. Nectar's for the carbohydrates.
Perfect foods.
Yeah, they have to have a balanced diet like
well, just like
humans.
We have to have, yes.
Yep. Now, okay. Now this is, all that looks like water. That's nectar they bring in. And we call that green. And I see them feeding now. So, you know, they're feeding there. We smoked them. They think, hey, our house may be on fire. We better eat in case we have to leave.
And that's why they don't sting us. They're so busy eating.
Right. They're all working there, yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to go down another one. We're good here. This is a perfect frame that she should be on because there's a very small larvae here and almost egg stage. This is, she's not on here now. She was here not long ago. And what you can do, she starts laying in the middle and goes round and round, and it's all this is uncapped here, and the farther you go, you get close to the eggs. There are eggs all the way out here to the side, which are very difficult to see. But, so she was here not long ago and decided to go somewhere else. Where's that queen? Now, I'll show you something she's doing. She takes her front legs and checks the size of the cell. If it's a worker cell, she lays a fertilized egg. If it's a drone cell, she lays unfertilized eggs. She can determine that each time she lays. All right, let her come back on the frame again here. She doesn't like this light too much. Oh, where are you going?
She's just camera shy.
All right. Yeah. Come on back up here for us. There she is, right there, right there.
Okay, so you want me to hold on to the...
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, working with bees is not for the light of weight or the faint of heart, but there's a lot of things we can do in our own gardens to go ahead and plant flowers that will help the pollinators, like the bees, to be able to survive during times when the honey's or the nectar is not flowing really well for whatever crops. And we get to enjoy all the beauty. So let me kind of run through. We have a whole rainbow of colors here. Starting over here with a little bee working on it already. The daisy families are perfect because they can go ahead, all the ray flowers right here are sterile, but everything on the inside right here is got nectar and pollen, and he's taking the nectar, and of course the pollen gets on his hind legs. So daisies like this one, this is a real pretty yellow one, and then right beside it I've got a really pretty white Shasta daisy. There's another little bee, happy as can be. So these are the kind of things you can go ahead and plant in the white and yellow family. I also have some goldenrod. Now this is kind of past its prime in terms of blooms, but if you remove this, then it'll go ahead and rebloom again. There's lots of different types of goldenrod out there, and the pollen of the goldenrod is too heavy to give anybody kind of a problem like allergies. Plus, they're really pretty. Then, of course, I've got the coreopsis. Coreopsis comes in so many beautiful colors. This is agave, bright, bright yellow, gorgeous thin leaves, very, very pretty. And this is usually, covered with either bees or butterflies. Speaking of butterflies, this is lantana right down here. Comes in lots of different colors. This is the reds and yellow one, or pink and yellow. And again, it's a magnet because they can just land right here and then get all the pollen and nectar from all of these flowers. So anytime you have like a daisy-like or like an umbrella of flowers, it works out really, really well for all the pollinators. This is a really cool plant. This is echinacea, which stands for hedgehog. So if you ever feel this, it's very, very bristly. But this orange globe right here on top, this is full of pollen and nectar too. And again, the ray flowers are sterile, but I think that this is what kind of pulls a lot of the pollinators in because of the bright colors. And going with the red theme, this is a really pretty, this is called beard's tongue, funky name, but it comes in lots of different colors. Pure white is Husker's red, but most of the time they're like this bright pink, like sometimes prairie flower, that kind of stuff. Very pretty. And then we have phlox. This is summer phlox, one of my favorite plants. And what's nice about this is as a perennial, that will bloom for almost 6 to 8 weeks, which is very, very unusual in my opinion. And it also is very fragrant, which is wonderful. This is the old-fashioned pincushion flower. Comes in this kind of a lavendery pink color, real pretty. And then right in front is another different type of coreopsis. This is kind of a red one. And I love the vibrancies of color. There's so many different variety of colors and all. Swinging into the blues, we have catmint, we have veronica, which is this is like a purple icicles almost. And then this is a salvia. We have Russian sage right here, and good old-fashioned lavender. So all of these need full sun. They're very, very drought tolerant once you get them going. And I have one for the shade in case you're just a shade lover and you don't have enough sun. This is coral bells. And all these little teeny flowers right here are great. They're usually early in the springtime, but they're very happy and they really do provide a lot for the pollinators. So whatever color scheme you have, if you have sun or shade, we can find a plant that will help you feed the pollinators, which is really cool. I would like to thank you for joining me on Delmarva Gardens. We went ahead and found a drone. We were looking for the queen. We found the queen. She was so elusive. She says, I'm out to tea right now. And she lays like, I think, 1,500 eggs a day. It's amazing how hard she works. So it's kind of fun to be able to share that kind of knowledge with you guys. Thank you for joining me on Delmarva Gardens right here on Pack 14.